We do this segment every once in a while. It's a conspiracy theory update. And why do we do it? Well, we do it because everything that the lefty nutbags call a conspiracy theory, anything of significance at least, usually winds up becoming true. And I'm kind of out of conspiracy theories because they're all true and not theoretical. Matter of fact, I was reading a piece last week where a lefty was writing this in their newspaper, like, we better stop doing this because we look like the idiots, not the people we're calling conspiracy theorists. As you know, it all started with Spygate. We don't need to relitigate that one. They spied on President Trump, called it a conspiracy theory, even when we had the name of the actual spy, which was kind of weird, like we had his name. And then recently, a new addition to this one is we were told that the Great Reset, this Great Reset that these World Economic Forum people and these globalists want to induce this top-down collectivism type model for world governance, right? We were told that was definitely a conspiracy theory too, until they started actually talking about the Great Reset.
I believe this is the best time for leaders to come together and work jointly for the world to become more inclusive, more sustainable, and more prosperous.
That's Klaus Schwab, head of the World Economic Forum, who, in case you're confused, wrote a book called The Great Reset. There it is, right there. So if it's a conspiracy theory, you should probably contact Klaus. He'll be quite upset. May have to pull his book down. Here's another one. We got to do this conspiracy theory update. I mean, it is the end of the year. I was told recently if you discuss immigration and the left's fascination with replacement theory, that's a conspiracy theory too, and it's definitely racist. And I thought, is it? That's kind of weird because it's the left's thing. That's not ours. I mean, they even wrote about it in the New York Times in a piece, oddly enough, titled, "We Can Replace Them." It's right there. And then I was told if you mention the two words demographic and destiny, that is 100% racist too when discussing immigration. And I thought, gosh, that's really strange too, because I do remember hearing about this. And not from conservatives, but in fact, from a group of Democrats. You don't have to believe me. Listen to them.
The demographics of America are not on the side of the Republican Party. The new voters in this country are moving away from them.
It's going to become a purple state and then a blue state because of the demographics, because of the population growth of folks from outside of Texas.
So the Great Reset, not a conspiracy theory. Demographic destiny and replacement theory, that seems to be a leftist thing, not a conspiracy theory at all. What about the Wuhan lab leak? That was definitely a conspiracy theory. Remember that? We've got an update on that one too. Take a look at this.
Something you probably have heard from a certain corner of the right is this theory that the coronavirus, quote, escaped from the lab.
I also know that the lab leak theory has some baggage attached to it, because it's gotten all tied up with conspiracy theories that China released it on purpose.
There's a chance that this was created in a lab. There's an investigation.
A chance?
Well,
oh my
if there was evidence, I'd love to hear it.
So how did we get here? With America's most prominent public health expert saying that the lab leak theory, which was previously hawked by conspiracy theorists, might actually be credible.
Yeah, it might. Matter of fact, the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence just released a report saying it's probably the most credible. Another conspiracy theory true. I'm running out of them. Then we were told shadow banning on Twitter. That's definitely some right-wing nut job conspiracy theory. Here, you can, again, listen to them. You don't got to listen to me. Check this out.
Shadow banning is something that he's brought up, which is essentially this concept that Twitter would allow you to post something, but then effectively make it invisible, make it not show up in searches. Right. This has been widely debunked.
You would hear all these congressional Republicans be like, why am I being shadow banned? Why did you ban my friend? All these things like that. And now we realize that that was a canard.
The right talks about censorship and shadow banning, which there's been no real proof of yet.
Yeah. Well, Kara, there is proof with the Twitter files release. Who was shadow banned? Yeah, this guy right here. There you can see him, Bari Weiss's Twitter files drop. Like I said, I'm all out of conspiracy theories, folks. They're all true.